Hi, my name is Alicia, and I want to talk about the benefits of using Google Classroom and podcasting. To start off, figured we should talk about what is Google Classroom. Google Classroom is a site for educators to connect virtually with students and parents. So in the image here, this is the Google Classroom website that I'm currently using for my preschool classroom. And you can find almost everything on Google Classroom. It can be organized by topics. As you see here, we have the A to Z countdown and then broken down into specialties. So special education is the main classroom. And then for each of the therapies and other services, we have a section which they upload all of their resources to. So you can find important information, announcements, assignments, resources, video links, art projects, songs, and a whole bunch of other tools that can be used, in this case at home, to help the parents help the students. So some of the benefits of using Google Classroom is that it's easy to communicate. As you see here, you can post comments to whatever assignment, project, video, or whatever's posted on there. And you can either ask questions, comment that you like it, or just voice your opinion in general. Also down at the bottom, you'll see two PDF files, and these are for sign language. And if you click on it, it'll pop up and there's pictures of actual people doing step-by-step of the sign, which I find awesome because we don't have in-person sign language class anymore. So it's a great way to keep teaching this other form of communication to our students so that when they are back in the classroom, they'll know some new words. Another benefit of using Google Classroom is it empowers young learners. It allows them to voice their opinion, to be creative, which are both a part of the ISTE standards. What is podcasting? Podcasting is an audio recording that can be shared using the internet. It can be recorded on a computer, on a phone, any device at all that connects to the internet. The great thing about podcasts are that they can be short or long recordings. They're super easy to create and very easy to listen to. Some benefits of using podcasting, like I just mentioned, are they're easily accessible. They're accessible from any computer or mobile device that can connect to the internet. And a lot of times it's just a simple link. They can even be emailed directly to a parent. They can be used to share information, announcements, or even read along stories. Once again, they can empower learning and allow kids to be creative, but they also encourage listening skills. An example of this is you can read a story and have a child follow along, but then you can ask questions about that story. And this teaches them to pick up the important information from what they just heard in order to answer questions. An idea I had for allowing them to be creative is to make their own stories and post them to the Google Classroom. So they could draw out their story and then use an audio recording to record their story instead of writing it out. And this way it's their voice that their classmates will be hearing reading the story. There are even more benefits. It can be sometimes costly to try to find recording devices. But with all the technology out there today, there are so many free and easy to use sites that are pretty self-explanatory. Another standard that podcasting helps meet is introducing safe ways to use technology, which is a part of being a good digital citizen. So in this way, you're incorporating new technology to your students, but you're also teaching them how to use it safely, instead of just searching the web and hoping that those very strange ads don't come up. But podcasts also allow you to present information in a clear and concise way that can sometimes be confusing when reading an email. You can hear the tone in a voice and pick up on verbal cues that you wouldn't necessarily be able to hear or distinguish when reading an email or a letter sent home. It's also great because the listener controls the pace. So if a student needs you to slow down, they can't really do that when you're talking to them in a classroom. But if they're listening to a podcast, they can pause it, they can replay it, they can listen to it as many times as they need to get whatever important information is in that podcast. How to make a podcast. So here are a few simple steps. You pick your audience, and then you prepare what you're going to say before hitting the record button, so you don't have to record it too many times. Then you record your message. Always listen to your message first before sharing it with others to pick up on any mistakes that may be in there. And you can re-record it as many times as you want, which is very nice. A great site that I've used for creating audio recordings is Vocaroo. So I've pre-recorded an excerpt from a book that I'll be reading to my preschool kids this upcoming week. But so here's a picture of the site, and if you click on this link below, it will take you directly to the site. But for this, if I click the record button, it'll play the audio, and I'll play a quick to record. If You Give a Pig a Pancake by Laura Numeroff, illustrated by Felicia Bond. So, here are my references, and that's all. I hope you enjoyed it.